These are the things that I do. I like things that I like. Things that I like are things that I like. Don't like things that I don't like, cause I don't like.
Welcome back.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Hey.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
What mood are you in this morning?
Oh, she
How
goofy.
you doing, Alexis?
Oh,
She goofy, huh?
she goofy, huh?
Yeah.
Still recovering from our show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's good. It's a good show.
It was a good show.
Come out next time.
We had two ladies there that really believed in COVID.
Yeah, and I ruined it.
You almost ruined it.
I ruined
You
it. I
almost
told them
ruined
COVID
it.
wasn't real. And then
They said, do they wear a mask in there? And David was like, we don't believe in COVID. I was like, that's
and then she said,
no.
it's a real thing. I've got it 5 times and I'm very sick.
Yeah. And then
I felt bad. That lady, she had a scarf on during the show.
the whole time.
Right. Like
The whole
I
time.
noticed her immediately in the back. These are two lovely older ladies, and she had like a scarf like cinched around her face.
She looked insane.
And then I tried to,
in the comedy.
and then I confessed to the room that I did that,
Yeah.
and then they didn't laugh. They were like,
The two ladies.
and then I had to be like, COVID's real. Like, what? You guys want some?
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's the joy of doing comedy in front
yeah,
of
it
people.
was good. Happy Monday. Thanks for clicking on. We have a great episode today.
This is a banger.
Banger, dude. One of the funniest dudes I've met here. Yes.
I would say he's like top 7 funny dudes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Top 7? It's very good. Very good. Our guest today, Fallon.
Danny Fallon.
Yeah. Danny's the man, dude. He I got a couple little blurbs on him. He's gonna send me a bio, but grew up in Indiana, Midwest guy.
He different.
He different, bro. Danny's different.
He different.
Dude, seriously. Check out his YouTube channel's linked below. Check it out. Like, so much good stuff. Dude, I didn't even know this about him until, like, he's modest, too, because he didn't tell me this, but, like, he's got a hour-long special on YouTube with 62,000 views.
Hell yeah, dude. Get those
So,
numbers
yeah,
up.
He's different, dude. He's doing it. But, dude, okay, so I like his YouTube channel so much that I wanted to play this clip. Oh, no, it just disappeared.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So we're going to play this, and I'm going to try and have this overlaid on the video. So this is one of the sketches. This is the character he does. The character's called D-Bone, and he's, what is D-Bone? I wrote it down.
Sells dick pills.
Yeah, he's like this guy that sells dick pills in the park. So this is a clip of D-Bone trying to pick up a girl.
Come on, D-Bone. You could do it.
Hey, shawty. Where you from?
Minnesota?
Minute what? Down around here?
No.
Is that another part of the world?
Yeah.
Can you show me?
Okay, so we're here, and Minnesota is over here.
Shit, like so this way?
I guess that's north.
Bet. I'm gonna go see about something.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Pretty
Dude. Minute what?
funny. Minute what?
Yeah. Would you take a date from D-Bone?
Say what?
Would you go on a date with D-Bone?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a horrible taste in men.
Dude, he swags, dude. Anyway, Danny's friggin' hilarious. He does a
hilarious.
lot of sketches with
check
Sam
out his stuff.
Lichtenstein. Shout out Sam Lichtenstein. He does a lot of stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a couple that are coming. Yeah, pretty
David's
good.
breaking into the acting game.
I'm a method actor, dude. Okay, on this episode, dude, Danny, I found out Danny's like a lit buff.
Good.
Literary. Referenced Catcher in the Rye.
Reading isn't just for nerds, guys.
Mm-hmm. Or
Re-
women.
Or women.
Yeah.
Good addition,
Guys
David.
read too. Catcher in the Rye. I'd forgotten the lesson of this one. Talk about like the lesson in that is being an adult is like becoming a phony. You got to protect your inner child.
Yes.
You think you're in touch with your inner child, Alexis?
My inner child was molested and it's dead.
Yeah. Oh, that's a problem. Okay. but you know, I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
Revisit it.
I think I think I'm in touch with it.
Play with any dolls? Like Cabbage Patch dolls or something?
My mom had like collectible Barbies,
Mm-hmm.
and I was excited to get them so that I could sell them, and then she lost them.
Mm.
So
Okay.
no child here.
Right. Okay. Well, that's okay. We'll talk about that on your episode.
But that's a good lesson.
Yeah. We talk about simping for women.
Something David and Danny probably do too
Danny
often.
doesn't simp. I simp.
You simp.
Yeah.
He gave you simping advice.
Well, we talked about fights and how like I was thinking about starting to pick fights to impress women.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Like get
not
a fist fight in front of a woman with the guy so that she knows you're tough.
Oh well. I'm sure that'll go well.
There's a joke. And we did. Danny's got such an interesting story. So this was like it got a little serious, but Danny was in and out of homelessness and has a history of substance abuse. So he's got some wild stories. We talk about his story of addiction and his path to sobriety, and he tells us this crazy story about how he was living with his gay choir teacher.
It's not crazy that he's gay. Most choir teachers are gay.
No, that part's not crazy. But he got in a fight with a drugged out kid who was strangling the choir teacher.
Oh shit.
Yes. Won't spoil it for you. Xanax was involved. Crazy. But this guy's an open book. So great. And then religion. Talked about religion.
I think a lot of addicts figure out something about religion
Yeah.
because, the whole AA thing.
For sure. Seen some shit. And Danny's got such a great perspective on spirituality and stuff. It was very good. He was raised Christian. Doesn't do as much organized religion now, but now he has a handle on the spirituality that makes sense to him. And it does align with Christianity. And
You said does or doesn't?
Does. In terms of the moral stuff. And some really good stuff in there about humility. He quoted some scripture. Judge not lest ye be judged.
Classic.
The sins of every man lie in every man's heart.
These
It's a
are
good
all-
reminder.
Yeah.
Humility. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Because, you do comedy and shit. It's like all about you. And then, yeah.
Go to church, guys. And so, what David's trying to say is
Go to church.
stand up is the devil.
Stand up's the devil.
Stand up is the devil.
I just hit you with that. I didn't even know what to say. But anyway, happy Monday. Maybe you went to church yesterday. Oh, the Super Bowl was yesterday. I hope you enjoyed the Super Bowl.
Yes. Did you watch Taylor Swift? Did you get mad at her for being on the TV with the football?
Oh, my God. Yeah. You're going to watch it today.
No.
Yes, you are. You have to.
No. David
Okay.
says it's a national holiday. It's not.
For normal people. Whatever. Okay. Well,
Watch-
that's it
watch
for
this-
the intro. Watch
yeah.
the episode.
Dude, Danny's about to get on here and fucking preach his message.
Yeah, dude, that's not till later. It's very funny at the beginning.
So
Yeah.
you better stick
it's
around.
It's a shorter episode. It's only an hour.
Stick around for
We
the
do-
sermon.
Yeah, exactly. It's- Yes, stick around for the sermon. All right, not going to shout out local shows. South Carolina.
Greenville
You're not
SC Comedy.
listening as much anymore. I'm pretty sad.
Well, we're still
Bay
gonna
Bear, come on. Help.
still gonna
Views
shout out
are down.
Greenville
The New York
SC
people are
Comedy.
like, what the fuck, if they clicked on it.
Yeah.
All right, that's
Damn.
enough. And then our next OnlyFriends show is the
February 24th.
February 24th, lineup to be determined. All right, guys. That's it. Danny's hilarious. Hope you enjoy the interview. Hope you have a great week. Here it is.
Inshallah.
I don't know how to do this. Oh, shit. Daddy.
Yo,
Fallon.
that's me.
What's up, dude? Welcome
Hey.
to the show, Daddy.
Hey, good to be here.
Is it? Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It's so good to be here.
Good to be here. Good to be alive, right?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a good. It's
Nice little Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe we'll go to Home Depot. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if we have enough time. I don't know. Yes.
Yes.
You quote movies too, huh?
Oh yeah. I had
Yeah.
a girlfriend once who didn't like that. That she said I quoted lyrics and I think movies too much. She's like, not everything needs to be like, oh, that's just like this.
What?
And you know what I say?
I know why that ended.
Yeah. Right.
What a bitch.
What
I
a
think.
Toyota Hyundai.
What a Toyota Hyundai. You know,
What a outdated Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
sorry
you
about
almost. This is my love. My mementos. Yeah.
Mementos. What does that word mean?
A token of meaning. I just pulled that out. That's good, huh?
That was good. Hey,
Yeah.
good shit.
Yeah, he's different.
He's different.
He's different.
Token of meaning. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think I have some of those.
Are you sentimental, dude?
Oh, yeah. Big sentimental guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just messaging my friend this morning about just, childhood, adolescence. We were doing that thing like, who knew that was the best it would be? Oh, We're talking about the song Contra, Diplomat Son by
Okay.
Vampire Weekend.
Oh, I don't know it.
There's like a breakdown and it says, that night I smoked a joint with my best friend. I found myself in bed. When I woke up, he was gone. He was a diplomat son. It was 81. Yeah.
So you said this to your buddy and said, this brings back.
I always
the
think of
best
him
times
when I hear
we-
that song. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's
Yeah.
sweet. That's very sweet.
Yeah, and we went the first time I ever like really visited New York. I was like more of like I went right after 9/11. I went March
Oh wow.
that
okay.
next year with 2002,
Uh-huh.
and with my dad because he's from Jersey, and we saw Ground Zero. We saw the big hole in the ground,
Yeah.
and I knew I loved New York then. But then like the summer going into senior year, so 2010, we went. And my dad let me and my twin brother bring a friend. So I brought my friend Jeff Tompkins. I think I could say that.
Shout
yeah.
out Jeff Tompkins.
Yeah, I think I could say his name.
Yeah.
He's an architect now and stuff. And so he's like,
Yeah.
sometimes I have to be like,
You think they'd find
no,
this?
just some of the stories that I have. I'm just like,
Oh, he's got stories.
we have stories
We have
together. And I'm like,
stories,
yeah.
yeah.
he has a professional life now.
Yeah,
so,
okay. Yeah, you don't want to fuck up his
But this
spot.
is a totally fine. We just went to New York and we it was like he knew he was like kind of like autistic in the sense that he knew how to get around New York as like a 17-year-old who had like only been there like once or twice. He just
Holy
had that kind of
shit.
memory,
Yeah.
like with maps. He was like,
Yeah.
and like my dad was just like, yeah, because my dad my friend Jeff knew how to get around New York better than my dad.
Right.
Who was from Jersey. So
Wow.
yeah.
And this is the same guy associated with the
Yeah,
the
so we
joints
bought
and
that
everything.
album and we
Yeah.
bought Room on Fire from a Best Buy in like Midtown or something.
Hell yeah.
And then yeah.
So how young were you when you knew this kid?
I think I met him. I knew of him initially in middle school, and then we became friends like sophomore year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
So you bonded.
yeah, we
He went off
bonded.
and became an architect.
Well, we had quite a life. We bonded like sophomore year, junior year. Really is when we started becoming friends. But the summer going into junior year, and then we were like, fuck college, fuck the man. We loved the book, Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah.
So we had a band
Yeah.
called Holden.
Okay.
And we were like, we're going to move to LA and make the biggest rock stars. And we did do that
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah.
Didn't work out.
Wait, what's the lesson of Catcher on the Rye? I think I did. Is
I
it
mean,
fuck the man? That's the takeaway?
No, he's just like he's coming of age and he's just kind of like, this is what I remember. He's
Okay.
like, he thinks everyone's phonies.
Yeah.
He's like being an
Yeah.
adult is just becoming a phony
Okay.
and like faking it. And he's like,
Yeah.
he wants to catch the children because they're playing in like a rye field, whatever that is.
Okay.
Like a field of rye.
Rye.
And like, but
wheat.
there's like an old folk tale where they like fall off,
Mm-hmm.
and he sees that as adulthood. Is when you're a child and you're playing,
You fall off a ledge.
you fall off into adulthood,
Okay.
and then your inner child dies.
yeah.
So he wants to protect his younger sister from falling off, and all the children from falling into
yeah.
the perils of adulthood.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's so interesting because that's the opposite of the Peter Pan lesson.
What's the Peter Pan lesson?
Well, as I understand it, Peter Pan is.
You can't be wrong because I don't know shit about Peter
Okay.
Pan.
Okay.
I don't know
this is what
shit
it
about
is.
Peter
This
Pan.
is the definitive lesson of Peter Pan. So Peter Pan is a magical boy who can
Yes.
fly, and that's really cool.
Okay,
and
yeah.
everything. But he symbolizes potential, limitless potential. But but that's all he is potential. He doesn't actually become a real man. He's just in Neverland fucking around with Tinkerbell. And there's you like Carl Jung. We can get a little Jungian.
I was just
I don't know
trying to
how to
remember
pronounce
the
it.
other day.
Yeah.
I was thinking in my head, who did I have that conversation with where I was like, Carl Jung?
Carl Jung.
And it was you then.
Yeah, dude. Over
Because you
pizza,
said
bro.
Carl Jung,
Yeah, I said
and
it
I was
wrong.
like Carl Jung,
Jung.
but I wasn't trying to say it in a shitty way.
Right.
I was just like saying it, And I thought
No,
I
I don't
thought
know, I
I
might
did
have
a
it
pretty
wrong.
good. I think I did a pretty good job being like Carl Jung, but not like
Yeah.
Carl Jung actually.
Yeah. So there's a really cool at the beginning of the movie. He's looking for his shadow. His shadow is like running away in the room, and he's trying to like get his shadow and like pin it to himself, but he can't find it, which I thought was interesting. Like he's literally trying to like sew his shadow onto his feet. I think Wendy does that for him.
Wow.
But it's like integrating your shadows, like a classic Jungian.
Ooh,
it's like real
yeah.
on the nose symbolism. It's like bam, right there.
Wow. Shadow work.
Shadow work, yeah, bro. So so Peter Pan, obviously, he's his inner child. He's in touch with that the whole time. But he never becomes a real man with the real relationship with Wendy. He stays in Neverland with the Lost Boys. So you think about that a lot. You know, are you gonna grow up or not?
Yeah.
Because he never wants to grow up. That's the whole thing.
I can relate.
So yeah, I don't want to. But like also, there's like Catcher in the Rye. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta keep that inner child because that's the good stuff. As
Yeah.
Robin Williams would say that's the good stuff.
Robin Williams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting. When he talks about his wife farting in bed, he's like, "Oh, that's the good stuff."
Yeah.
He liked his wife's farts, I guess.
That's.
Anyway,
I don't know. I don't know if I like. That's a. You know, you ever hear certain things? You're like, I get the sentiment, but it also sounds kind of corny.
yes,
Like there is.
Yes.
You ever hear? You know the band Fish.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember one time the lead singer, I just randomly went on his Instagram and he was posting about like his wife, and it was just like, my wife is so much better than me, and like she's the best, and like I'm just humbled to be like, and I'm like, dude, yeah, I'm like, dude, you're the lead singer of
yeah,
one of the biggest bands ever.
yeah,
I've never heard of your wife,
yeah.
so
Right,
stop,
simp out,
stop this post. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
simping. It's just like
simping publicly.
public simping.
You know what? I think I'm pro simping privately. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Okay.
think it's simping then.
Right.
Because if it's your girl
Yeah. Right.
or you're dating, not that you possess other people or whatever, not owning other people. That's wrong.
I'm anti.
David.
I'm anti that too.
Yeah, me too. I
Yeah,
stand against that.
different,
You
so.
shouldn't own
Yeah,
people.
don't own people, dude.
Just my personal opinion.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
But if you are dating someone,
I love you, dude. Okay, continue. Sorry.
no, you're good. If you're dating someone, you and you're nice to them, you're not.
Yeah.
That's not simping.
Yeah.
Or you say nice, beautiful things. You should. That's good.
100%. 100%.
I don't know. It's just such a catch-22. Like, you know what it is? You're how old are you?
It doesn't matter. Why would you ask?
Well, just because
I'm
certain-
35, Danny.
35. I'm 31. And as, men who have made it through our 20s,
Yeah, we're here.
a little bit older, a little bit wiser. Like I've been talking to my, it's just like one of those things where like, like there's certain shit that you shouldn't like. It's like weird to say out loud or to admit, but it's kind of the way it is. Like it's gross to be like, women just, they like being, like nagged
Yeah.
until you.
Yeah, Andrew Tate shit.
Yeah, exactly. Andrew Tate shit is like that's gross
Yeah,
to
that's
say
bad.
publicly, but like privately, inside your mind, you're like, he kind of right though.
Yeah.
Like my experience living on this planet is kind of like,
Yeah.
like I don't have much data of like a guy being super nice to a woman and being super like available
Yeah.
and super like
And it working out.
and persistent and like
Yeah.
and that being like, yeah, I'm gonna pick this guy.
Yeah, no. In the courtship phase, I would say
I
in
don't
the
have a lot of
courtship
data of
phase,
that.
Yeah, no. I think there's no data for that.
Most of my data is like,
Yeah,
why is she with him?
yeah, yeah. This guy's a cock, dude.
You know,
Guy's a straight up cock. What's he doing? Yeah. No, I'm with you, dude. I think, yeah. When you're trying to win a girl over, if she doesn't know you or like you yet.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be doing favors.
you gotta play it cool.
You got to play it cool.
You gotta play it
Let
cool.
her come to you.
That's-
Focus on your, your grind. Your grind set.
Grind.
You grind. You got to grind.
Again, this
I'm
is
doing my
shit.
thing.
It's just
Working on
so
my- I'm working on my
embarrassing
purpose.
to say out loud. Like the moment you start actually
Talk about it or no?
articulating these ideas
Yeah, I know.
in a recorded medium, you're like, I am a douchebag.
I know.
This is shit you should just
I've done
privately
it.
know.
I've done it many times.
And you privately know this. Like you present, you're like, yeah, no. Oh,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah.
And this is
Don't
for you.
talk about it. Be about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't talk about Fight Club.
No.
No, you just beat the fuck out of each other. and that's fun.
You ever
And
been
then
in
girls like that. The girls like fighters, I think.
I mean,
I'm trying to like get
Yeah.
in fights more.
you
The
the idea of a 35-year-old man who's just like, yeah, I'm trying to get into fighting, man.
Yeah, I think I might get in a fight.
Totally missed the boat on
Yeah.
like when you're socially supposed to fight.
Yeah. I'm too afraid to like talk to a girl just from scratch, but like I'll like pick a fight with a guy standing next to her.
Yeah, and then just see how that works.
What the fuck?
Look over afterwards. That do anything for you?
Yeah, you ever been in a fight?
Still be awkward and just like walk out. What happened last night, dude? I mean, I beat the shit out of that dude. So like, did you talk to her? Nah. That's really how men are, though. Like, not all men. Again, I hate saying that,
Yeah.
but I mean, I can totally, let me stick to my experience. I can totally relate to the idea of like, I would fight someone rather than just approach a woman.
Yeah.
Like, that's how scary it is to talk to a woman. It's like,
Yeah.
I'd rather fight another grown man
Right. 100%.
than just be like, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm Danny.
I
Pleasure.
Yeah. I have been in a fight.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a couple.
Okay. What was this, schoolyard
No.
shit or
No,
drunken
although I
shit,
do
or,
have that. You've just reminded me. I have like a funny story from really like childhood, like elementary school, where I kind of think like my friend, you know, it was Indiana, it was 2000s,
Yep.
you know, and so I'm pretty sure I kind of remember like my friend, or well, it's, you know, you get older and you realize like you don't like, you know, like you drink with people or you like smoke with people and
Yeah.
you're like, dude, that was crazy. I like hated you as a kid.
Yeah.
And that didn't matter at all.
Yeah.
But
You just were friends because of the weed.
yeah, well that'll happen too.
Yeah.
I definitely have been.
Oh, you just mean any friendship? Like, why was
Well,
I friends with that? It was
Well,
just
no,
a friendship
more so
of
just like the
convenience?
idea of like how dramatic you are as a kid,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Ooh, we're enemies. Those are the jocks. We are the cool artsy kids." And then you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Goth life.
you're like, whatever, dude. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
I just want to get high with everybody, man."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
So the fight.
he was calling. I think he was calling my one friend a fag,
Oh.
and then I just kind of remember like just vaguely like just going like this, like, "Stop beating him up."
Oh, so you righteous. You were defending
Yeah,
your
but
friend who
it
was being called a fag.
It was totally laughable.
Dude, you're a good
though.
person. You're like you were like fucking Batman.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I believe some of my stories anymore. Like, I've been telling certain stories for years, and
It's
I don't
foggy.
know if, like, here's another story that's just like that. That's what made me think, oh, wait, there is a theme to my fight stories. The first time I remember being in a real fight, I was a homeless drug addict, and I was living at this gay dude's house who was actually the choir teacher from my high school.
Wait, what?
The choir teacher from my high school
Yeah.
was this guy
He's gay?
who was gay
Yeah.
and also a choir teacher.
Uh-huh.
And he taught choir, whatever that means,
Yeah.
at the school, the high school I went to.
Okay.
Now, I wasn't in choir, but I knew of him through another friend. And then I also knew that he liked to message students and be like, "Yo, you want to smoke weed?" And he'd also be
Like,
like,
he'd hit on
yeah,
male students?
yeah. And be like, "Yo, you ever get your dick sucked on weed?"
Oh, jeez. Wait, so then you were homeless. And he
I met
says,
him-
well, you're homeless,
I met him later on. I was already out of high school. I was like 19.
but needed a place to stay. Was he
Need-
still teaching at the time?
He wasn't. I think when I first kind of hung out with him, he was. And then he had to go on like a sabbatical or something.
Okay. Oh, I wonder.
And then another one of his friends that was a teacher. This is like total gossip, but who cares? But sometimes I do get like afraid. Like I don't know. I just think like these are real people. And
Right.
like they had like life is hard enough without like. But then I think like, you know, who's gonna trace this? Whatever.
Dude, the listenership is down right now, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't want to be disrespectful, but I kind of know most podcasts. It's like, you know, who's listening?
Who's listening?
Yeah,
We got a
we're doing this for
OG
us.
crew in South
We're
Carolina.
doing this to
for
feel
us.
good about
I'm
having
just,
conversations.
I'm just waiting for the clip to organically happen. That's gonna
Podcasts are just like the way to feel productive about having a conversation
Yes.
with a friend.
Right. Exactly.
Like,
because we're friends.
I want to
for
hang
sure.
out with you, but I need it to make me feel like I'm working towards my goals.
Right.
So let's put lights up.
Something to do. Let's put all these lights up. This is a real studio, Danny. This is a real goddamn show.
It is though. It is really nice. All right. So
Yeah,
so whatever. So one of his friends, the gay teacher, one of his friends also recently got in trouble for having a relationship with a student.
Okay.
Some misconduct happened.
Okay.
And so it's just funny that because I remember one time that teacher who got in trouble recently came over with another teacher I knew who also came out later, or I think
Another
he came,
gay teacher?
it's just so trippy. There was just a triangle, and I remember those two came to check on the teacher that I was staying with.
Mm-hmm. So they're at the house. Okay.
They just came to check on him one time, and I remember being outside and being like, this is really awkward. Like, I'm an ex-student of everyone. I'm an ex-student of these two teachers who are checking on this teacher, and like, I don't know what they think about me. Like, do they think I'm his gay lover? Do they think I'm just a drug-addled youth? Like, what is going on?
Dude, that's some fucked up shit. That's like some real dysfunction there.
It was
That's
totally
like the
dysfunctional.
show. What's that show? God damn it. Shameless.
Yeah, let's
That's
give
Shameless.
names so people can follow.
Shameless. Yeah.
Let's call the choir teacher Mr. Queer
Mr. Queer.
because he's the most distinctly gay.
Right.
Let's call the theater teacher
Mr.
Beans.
Goats.
No, let's call him Aaron Hart.
Aaron Hart.
Let's call him no.
Amelia Earhart.
I feel like. All right, let me just stick to the story was about a fight, right? So I'm staying at this dude's house. You know the context. Mr. Queer.
Mr. Queer.
Beans, whatever you would call him.
Mr. Beans.
Gay choir teacher.
Right.
You know, I'm staying there, and we were all taking Xanax one night. Me, teacher,
Tight.
and some other
Sounds
people.
like a lit hang.
Yeah, we're taking a lot of Xanax.
Yeah.
And smoking weed, probably drinking. And most of the people leave. And so it's just me and let's call this guy Justin and the teacher.
Okay.
And then Justin starts to be like really homophobic, and he's like gone, like you could tell. And I'm gone too, but I could tell he's more gone.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm gonna go. I'm like, I don't like the vibe in here. I'm going downstairs. I'm a pacifist.
Okay.
So I walk downstairs. Then I hear help, help. I rush back in. Justin is choking out the teacher, and I'm like, nope, can't do that.
Mr. Queer. He's choking
Yeah.
out Mr. Queer.
Exactly. So I rip him off and I put him against the wall and I'm like, dude, not cool. Are we going to have a problem here? And he looks at me with those like Xanax drunk eyes where I'm like, oh, he's not done. So as soon as he goes to take a swing, I step out of the way. And when he takes a swing, I push him with all of his momentum into a coffee table across the room. And
Glass?
Yeah, there was glass, but I don't remember it breaking. And then I just start, no, like wood, but like glass on top of the
Sure,
wood.
yeah.
You know, then I start beating the shit out of his face with my fist. Yeah.
Okay, that would happen.
Then the downstairs neighbor, this black guy, we didn't know him, and he came up and like, you know, there's really no reason. I mean, it doesn't matter that he's black, but you know, my grandpa was a great storyteller,
Right.
And he would mention the race of every single person.
It's a detail.
no matter what.
Don't worry, dude.
Yeah.
It's a detail. I'm not,
And so
it's like, okay, yeah, black guy. Comes
he
up.
comes up with his petite white girlfriend. They break it up. The guy leaves. Then the gay teacher goes to bed. Then I'm on the teacher's tablet. He had a tablet, and I had no phone at this time. So I was like, that was my way of communicating with the world.
Right.
So I'm on Facebook Messenger. Justin hits me up, and he's like, yo, dude, do you know where I can get Xanax?
Okay.
And I was like, he must not remember what just happened.
The friend that
I just beat him
How
up.
long ago after that did you get the Facebook
Like 20 minutes.
What?
So I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm at Sturley's house. I have some. He's like, oh, I'm like right near there.
He didn't even remember
He
it?
didn't remember. He just like came online and was like, I need more drugs.
Oh, my
So he came
God.
back and I stole some of the teacher's basically medication that doesn't get you fucked up for
Okay.
anxiety, like Effexor or something.
Yeah.
Like just like an SSRI,
Yeah.
you know,
Which is
Took-
like a placebo compared to Xanax, right?
absolutely.
For
Like
the-
that
for-
shit that you have
for
to
a-
take over time and it's going to improve your mental health, not like an immediate
Yeah.
get high.
Yeah.
So
you
I
gave
sold
that
him
and told him it's Xanax?
4 fake pills, yeah,
Oh, my.
for $20.
Oh, my God. Did you ever have a run-in with him? Was he ever like, well, he can't remember shit, so I guess.
We hung out again.
Yeah.
After that, we've even talked recently on Facebook Messenger. We're cool.
Dude.
You know, I
That's
think
wild.
I think I like apologize for that. You know, because I'm like a different person. I hope nowadays. So I've like I definitely like I think I talked to him on Facebook Messenger recently, and I know we're good now.
Yeah.
But we drank after that one time. I remember like we taught him how to use like a couple years later how to use like, hey, you can open a tab, and then me and my other friend who were just like,
How to open a tab?
yeah, like, dude, you have a credit card, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, this is gonna work out great for you. You're gonna want to open a tab tonight. And then me and this other dude,
He's like, wait, you just give them your card? They keep giving you shit?
yeah, and it's like doesn't even matter. Like the points aren't even real.
Dude, you really fucked this kid over.
Yeah, I know.
Justin.
I was a big
Poor
piece
Justin,
of shit. I was a big piece of shit.
Poor Zanny had Justin.
I was a big piece of shit back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, me.
But also, you know, I mean, consequences. He's living a really crazy life, you know? It's
yeah.
not-
Yeah, I mean, everyone, I got my fair share of shit. Not to justify it, but I took shit. Other people, when you're in that life, it's like you're either the food or you're the shark.
Yeah. And it's almost like nothing's personal in a way because you're not even a person. Like,
Yeah.
You're so not with it. that,
No,
like,
yeah.
That guy?
That's a good
God.
point.
I can't believe
Yeah.
you didn't even remember. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Xanax. So, I
Yeah.
mean, you want to talk about I kind of wanted to hear your story. We talked about it a little bit with you know, rough crowd shit, the homeless stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to talk about it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
When did you like start kind of getting into rough crowds and kind of having that this was all kind of in Indiana, right?
yeah, mostly Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, I started with weed.
Yes.
And I just I think that like addiction is probably very, I think, I go back and forth, but it definitely feels like a real disease,
Yeah.
like from someone who has experienced it. Cause I know that it's kind of a cliche idea to be like, I'm different than other people,
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
normies, like
Yeah,
in
yeah,
all
yeah.
circles, like in comedians are like, people are the normies. Like there's just like this human tendency to be like, to put
We're
yourself
special,
in a
put 'em
group.
above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be like, we are elite and these other people don't get it. And that happens in so many things.
It's so tempting to think
Sports
that.
teams, comedy,
Yeah.
addiction,
Yeah. Yeah.
having depression.
Yeah.
I am better than other people because I see how fucked up all this is. Okay. How much fun is that? But at the
Do
same
you
time,
actually think you're better than anyone?
I don't know. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, dude. Let's not front. I feel bad about it because I was raised Christian. But yeah, do I think I'm better than some people?
Because you're raised Christian?
No, that's not the reason I feel better than them.
Because you're the greatest Christian.
the-
What did you say? I was just clarifying.
Because I was raised Christian, I feel
Yeah.
bad about it. My whole thing is like I have like massively egotistical thoughts, but then I
Yeah.
immediately follow by like just self-judgment for
Yeah.
being that way. Like
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day, the scripture that's like, judge not lest ye be judged.
right.
And
Ooh.
yeah.
Ooh.
And like
It's a good one.
by you will be judged by the same token you judge. And I'm like, yo, that's true.
Yeah.
Like I have judged myself so hard, so often, but I also judge the shit on other people in my head. I mean, I think that I present and I try to be very nice and very kind. And I don't think sometimes people are like, that's fake. It's like, it's not fake to know that you have both good and bad, to be in a struggle with your own humanity, but then to try to choose the good.
Yeah.
Some people will be like, oh, whatever. Like, I don't know. If you think you're just good, I think you're just not aware.
Yeah.
You're not giving yourself an honest look at yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's like, another scripture, it's like the sins of every man lie in every man's heart.
Yeah.
It's like it's all in there.
Yeah.
All the bad stuff. The ability
Yeah.
to kill someone, the ability to,
Right.
whatever,
Yeah, you're
commit
capable
genocide.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in there.
For sure. Dude.
I could get it.
Oh God, I haven't thought about this in a while. I'm glad.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't thought about my own bads. I've lately I've been like, I'm pretty good. Dude, it's horrible.
No, that's good. Stay with
In
that.
the context.
Stay with that.
No, I was like, dude, I'm self-actualized, bro. I'm good. I got all the lessons down. I'm good.
I think
now there should be a beautiful woman showing up any day.
No, I think that's good though, because here's the thing: as someone who is constantly plagued by existential doubts, and like all of a sudden something will happen and just everything gets shattered, and you're like, "Fuck, I'm back to the drawing board."
Yeah.
I feel like when you're in a good place, I almost feel like just rock with that, enjoy it while it lasts.
No, for sure.
Because now
It'll go away.
I have
It'll definitely go
yeah,
away.
I have enough cycles and enough data about myself and my rhythms and patterns where it's like, man, something's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna talk to your dad again and be like, "Fuck, I don't know shit," or you're gonna talk to
No, you're totally right.
Yeah.
you could feel in a good place, but like it's always good to check your blind spots.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
you got that dog in you, the bad. Yeah, it's like the shadow shit.
yeah.
And they talk about that. Like there's a book about the Nazi guards in World War II, the normal men. I forget who wrote it, but it's about the concept is like, oh, I could never be a guard at the Nazi camps. I could never do that. But it kind of shows these men that were just normal dudes that like, you think you're not capable of that? Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody else is doing it. They're, you're not above doing bad shit.
My
So,
dad
gotta
growing
have
up,
that ego check.
yeah. My dad growing up would always try to like teach us moral lessons.
Yeah.
And like that would be the thing he would always harp on, would just be like basically, what is the quote that's like something about like World War II basically? And it was just like, in order for evil to happen, it doesn't require bad people to do something. It just requires good people to do nothing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And so
Yeah.
it would like just so young, always thinking like, fuck, like just inaction is not enough.
Yeah. That message resonated with you because you're standing up for people in these fights you're talking about. You're like, yeah,
That's
that's
good.
not right. I see it.
That's good to know.
It is
Yeah.
good, dude. Even when you were, in the thick of a, situation where you were on Xanax too, but you were like, dude, that's good. You got a good little nugget in there. Yeah.
There was some good there. I'll tell you one example though that's kind of funny. I've tried to do this on stage, but an example of like, so that's like my dad tells me that, right? And then he also tells me about, he would always talk about this experiment of like, they basically had a bunch of people come in and they press this button and it tortures the people behind the glass door. Mm-hmm. And the doctor's like, press the button and it tortures them. And most people are just like, and it increases. The people keep getting more and more tortured. And they're more and more.
I think I remember this, yeah.
And everyone's like, okay. And they just keep doing it. And then like one out of like all these people is finally like, no, fuck you. I'm not torturing this person.
Yeah.
And it was an actor.
Yeah.
It was a test on human psychology. And
Right.
again, like how, docile, I guess, or how submissive people will be just to rules.
Yeah. Right.
And how they won't
compliant.
question the morality of it, regardless if it's just the authority, whatever authority.
Right.
And so that always kind of imprinted on me this idea of like doing the right thing might not be like, it's not up to any sort of body of, authority. And the school doesn't know, the church doesn't know,
Government doesn't
your family
know.
doesn't know what's actually true and what's actually just is what's actually just regardless.
Yeah.
And all these other things and so the truth and the right thing might not be popular. So one day we were reading Huckleberry Finn.
Dude, you got some references.
Yeah.
Danny.
Sophomore year.
Scholar. Okay.
I just have a good memory, I think.
Yeah.
But we were reading Huckleberry Finn sophomore year
Tight.
in
Okay.
school.
Yeah.
And you know how you'll do the popcorn reading thing?
Yeah, I love popcorn reading.
So
Yeah.
we're reading. I'm a fast reader, so I'm a couple pages ahead. And I realized that the N-word, hard R, is coming up.
Yeah, was it your section?
Well, here's the thing. It's popcorn, so you can start whenever you want. So I'm already a couple pages ahead, and I'm like, you know what? When we get to this, everyone's going to be awkward about it. I'll take the bullet for the team, and I'll read
I'll
it,
say the
and I'll
N-word.
say the N-word. And that will be the right thing because that's what the author wrote. That represents that time period. Everyone's going to be awkward. Should we ask? I'm going to confidently say the word. I think that's this is an example of how the right thing is not what everyone thinks, but the teacher is going to applaud me afterwards for respecting, how that time period was and giving a good performance.
Right, sure. Yeah.
So I don't start on like, then Mark said, boom, or then whatever, Huckleberry. I start like one paragraph ahead, and then I get to the paragraph, and I say the hard R N word, and I don't look up from the book, but I feel the air just go.
You felt it?
Yeah.
You felt the energy suck up?
I was like, fuck, I'm in trouble. I finished the paragraph. I'm like shaking at this point. I look up. It's not a good vibe. I am scared. Teacher asked me to stay after class.
What?
Yeah.
You just read what was in the book?
I know.
So nobody else had to.
I know.
You're like, Jesus Christ.
I am.
You're taking the book.
Jerry. I was like, Jesus.
You're like, Jesus. Yeah, persecuting you.
I know, man.
So what'd she say to you? What did the teacher say? Like, Danny, that's not appropriate.
I don't remember.
We expected you to self-censor.
I don't remember, honestly.
I think you were in the right.
Thanks, man.
And the motive that made her talk to you was like groupthink that was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should be able to look at our past and not be like, oh, it's shitty, but I mean.
Well, it's like, you know what it is too? Now being able to see more of life. It's like a teacher's got to be like, I don't know if a teacher has to be, but it makes sense that a teacher would be a certain way.
Sure.
A rule follower.
Sure.
Because you're instructing people on rules.
Yeah. Yeah. I might have been over. Yeah. Because the teachers just, they're just doing what they think they're supposed to do for their job. It's not necessarily that they're like,
It's not
a tough one to handle. It's an interesting conundrum.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays you would just be like, no.
Do you think what about
you
this?
couldn't?
Do you think the room got sucked out of the air because they thought you were like trying to make a joke of it or like be funny about it? Or
honestly, it's one of those things too where it's like, did it get sucked out of the room? Did that even happen?
Is that in your head?
Is that in my head?
Yeah.
How much of life is just your own trip?
Oh yeah.
Like you're like,
Is anything else real outside of what you're experiencing?
Like when you ever take like acid?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that about? You afraid that people are going to listen and know that you've taken acid?
I guess that was why I hesitated. Yeah.
Work people?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's normal now. People take acid.
It was a shaman experience.
Yeah, it was just spiritual growth.
It was a team building. Yeah, it was. Yes. Okay. Yes.
What the fuck? Who cares?
I don't care.
You know what would be more embarrassing is if they found out you're going to drink a Monster energy drink.
Yeah.
I found this on the subway. Way here.
Yes. And we don't know if it's booby trap.
We don't know. I thought it might be a bomb.
Yeah. Okay, but anyway, no, I know what you mean. Psychedelic experience. Acid.
Well, yeah,
so,
just like had all these experiences of like walking around on acid and being like, everyone hates me. The trees hate me.
Those were the thoughts you had?
I have had those thoughts.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had it rough.
Yeah.
I've had some bad trips.
For sure.
I worked through some demons.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you're sober now.
I am sober now.
So am I. So this is all.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers. But, cheers, yeah. But, acid, man.
Yeah, I'm sober now. Let me hit my vape and drink a Monster energy drink. Take some melatonin to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I'm sober.
But no, it is interesting. I mean, okay, so like picking up on energy and so like in that classroom, you thought you had a feeling of like, oh my gosh, the air sucked out of the room. I'm in trouble. The people are like tense and stuff. Now, where would you say your radar is on being able to objectively observe like the vibe of a room?
No, I think that's a great question. I think it is. Like last night, I did an open mic set, and it's like, I think what it is like what you're saying earlier, where it's like it's not personal. The vibe might have been true, but it's not personal, and most people don't fucking think about shit that much longer after it happened.
Right.
Boom. Like
unless you
the rest of high school, people didn't think Danny said the N-word. Yeah. They just boom immediately. That's I think most people like just have that. That's what makes a good storyteller, I think, is just, do you remember the fucking story?
Yeah.
And then you recount it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I talk to people all the time, and I'm like, you don't tell me. no one, like, who's telling a story? Tell me a story.
Yeah.
What happened? Who was there?
Yeah.
What did they do?
Yeah.
What was the? It's like most people just be like, I took acid one day.
Right.
That's the whole story. I'm like, I'll tell you, we went here and then
Yeah.
like,
yeah. This is what I learned through it. This is what cool stuff I didn't know about before, and then I was
Right.
like, oh, yeah.
you know,
Give me
like
something interesting.
quests, man.
Give me a quest.
Adventures.
Give me a hero's journey.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's so true, dude. I mean, you said you had a good memory and you like used to quote shit with your girlfriend and stuff. I mean, I also have a good memory for some things, like Seinfeld. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I talk about that. I can quote like most of the show. Like if you give me one line, I could probably name them, like recite the next one.
Okay, let me guess, Jerry. Wait. You know where I'm going.
No, not exactly.
Give
Not yet.
me the Seinfeld monologue, or no, the Kramer monologue about. Let me guess, Jerry. You thought there was more to life?
Yeah. Well, let me let you in on something. There isn't.
I love that
There
so
isn't.
much.
Absolutely not. What do you think of Jerry? Marriage, children, family? They're prisons. Man-made prisons. You're doing time. You wake up in the morning, she's there. You go to sleep at night, she's there. It's like you have to ask permission to use the bathroom. Is it all right if I use the bathroom now? What else? And forget about watching TV while you're eating. I can? Oh, yeah. Because it's dinner time. You know what you do at dinner?
You talk about your day.
God damn it. I almost lost my nerve. Yeah. How was your day today? Did you have a good day today or a bad day today? I don't know. What kind of day was it? Well, I don't know. How about you? How was your day? It's sad, Jerry. It's a sad state of affairs. Yeah, see, like... I don't
That's
know.
so good.
Is it? I don't fucking know. It's
That's-
sad. It's sad. It is sad. But anyway.
No,
I
just
couldn't remember why I remember all of it, but I think it's because it's funny. It's either funny or it's like a good story.
Yeah.
And like that's how people remember shit. So
It's powerful too.
yeah, for sure. I talked to this is on the last episode, but this guy David Jin, he was in medical school. It was funny, kind of funny point to me that like doctors are forced to just memorize textbooks and like medical terminology and stuff like that. And like he's like, yeah, I can't remember it. You know, after I finish the test, it kind of like goes away. But like if you could teach medical school like or teach anything with stories, you're more likely to retain it. But yeah, maybe it's yeah. But that's how it sticks in people's minds. Yeah. How do we get on this? Acid?
We a lot of different things. A lot of different things. No,
Yeah.
I think stories are good too because like stories also like I mean I was raised super Christian and I grew up reading the Bible. It's like
Yeah.
Stories-
Are you still
what
Christian?
You know, it's funny. It's actually I don't like that question. I don't like being asked it because it's always like I was raised so Christian that it's like I always think of the scripture of like if you deny me in front of whatever, I will deny you in front of the Father. So I always feel like don't ask me explicitly, you know, but I would say that I walked away from organized religion and then once I got sober I found a sense of spirituality in God that makes sense to me. And
Such a great answer.
you know, I believe that many paths lead to Rome. And there's a great quote that's like God created man in his image and man has been returning the favor ever since.
Man is creating God in his own image.
Yeah.
They're
So, like,
creating a
when
version
someone
of
says,
God that
like-
they would like to have it be
Or
the
just
case.
that's more human to me than godly. Like when people think of like, okay, when people say things like God will send you to hell for all eternity because you called him by the wrong name. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
that
kind of
sounds
a
more
straw
like a
man
human. That sounds
argument.
more like a human. That sounds like
Yeah.
a petty,
Yeah.
sounds like a trans person. Getting mad that you called me the wrong name.
Oh, yeah, in that sense, yeah. Yeah, I guess I can see that. A little, yeah. So,
No, so I think that
But I
I
agree.
hope that God doesn't really give a shit about which name you call him.
right.
And I also don't think that it's really about the afterlife or like this the whole thing like just like yeah, if I get the right name and that whole paradigm of like you just live your life here on earth, you say the right name and
Yeah.
and you say you believe in that name, it doesn't really matter what you do, then you get this eternal reward. I'm like, I don't think that's a good enough answer for what
sure.
life is about.
And I don't feel like life even works like that.
No.
Like, I think if you try to apply a rigid ideology like that just to the letter,
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't know. I don't think I've observed people in life that seem to have that much. It's not fun.
Yeah.
For one, I mean, it's not fun. There's not a lot of light behind that. I mean, it just doesn't seem very like a fun life. Or I don't know. Yeah, if you're just so holding on to it, it doesn't seem like you have a ton of peace about that. You're just like, okay, stacking up my gold stars so that when I die, I can go to this eternal reward. I don't know. It just
it
there's
doesn't.
something off about that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it seems like too simple of an answer.
Mhm.
But again, I mean, whatever. People have different needs, I guess.
For sure. And then by the same token, like what you're saying, these human arguments against God, like, I don't know, like I've seen like online, like there'll be the lowbrow atheist arguments against God, and they're just like the typical, like, oh, it's shit on like a literalist creation story, or like, let's shit on, I don't know, God sending people to hell for calling something. Well, you're kind of not giving due credit to this religion that's been around for thousands of years. It's not exactly, there's a little more nuance than that, and
absolutely.
So you're caricaturizing it too. So
because that's the thing. It's like, yeah, I mean, I don't go to church. I might not consider myself a Christian because of what that label exists. But then I'll think about it to myself and I'm like, I still base a lot of like my moral sense off of like what I believe is like true Christianity.
For sure.
And I do believe, like, I don't really believe that life is as simple as like believe in Jesus Christ and then you're saved for all of eternity. Like, I think there's more to life and there's a more interesting story than just that.
Yeah.
To what's going on here. Mm-hmm. But I think that like Jesus was a great teacher, and he, like, to me it's like he was saying like we are all the Son of God. We are all children of God. Yeah. Like and just he
said some weird stuff too. Like one time somebody called him good, and he's like, "Why do you say that I'm good? Like only God in heaven." Or so. He would like even deflect when people would like.
He was a riddler, man. Yeah,
he would always like. Whenever you tried to pin him down, he'd like weave the other way.
Exactly. Yeah,
and like that was kind of the point. It was like you can't know, pin down exactly what this is, and as soon as you have it, you're kind of like one of the Pharisees. But I don't know, dude.
That's actually a good take.
I like your brand of spirituality though, because you said, because like this is something I am lacking in, and you kind of inspired me. But like basically, like you said something about how you're aware of the sin in your own heart. You're aware of the dark. You know your own heart, which is a crucial detail. Because if you're like, if you think you can do no wrong, that's a really dangerous place to be.
Yeah.
I think I grew up super Christian and religious, and like I have a tendency now to like push that away because I have like associate a lot of feelings of guilt and shame, and I'm like, no, I don't want to feel guilty because like I felt really bad because I internalized this thing about being a sinner so hard that now I'm like, well, I want to give myself a little bit of a break. I feel like the self-love side was lacking so hard that I'm like, well, screw the whole thing. But it's not. You can't say that because you're still a piece of shit. Everybody has those, that badness about them. So, yeah, gotta check yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like there's so many arguments on that. It's like, I mean, I could totally relate on the guilt thing, but it's like when I hear someone be like, "I'm a piece of shit," like I've talked to a lot of schizophrenic people in my life, and like I feel like a lot of times they'll get really hung up on religion, and they'll be like, "I'm so bad. I'm such a sinner," and it's like a really dangerous idea.
Yeah,
like it's almost like if you were just like, "I'm a good person," and everything is so nuanced, because if you think you're such a good person all the time, you probably have some blind spots, and you might not be as good as you think you are. But if you think you're a piece of shit all the time, you're going to be tormented with the shame and guilt. It's like some healthy balance.
For sure.
And then humor too.
Yeah.
Like to just be like, I'm a piece of shit. Like say it in a funny way.
Yeah.
To just kind of accept it without letting it like destroy you. You know?
Don't let it sit on you too long. Which is kind of the point of the gospel. I mean, you don't have to let it sit on you. The dwelling on the badness, because it's been fixed for you. It's been solved. But let me give you a hypothetical. Okay. So you walk into a church.
All right.
And it's pews and kind of a traditional church. And the pastor starts talking about all the bad things going on in the world, and then starts talking about, how your own heart is sinful, and that's kind of the tone of the whole message. And then at the end he says, but Jesus saved you, so praise God. And everybody's kind of serious looking, and I don't know how many people are paying attention, maybe half. What would be your impression of that morning of a church service?
I think what popped up in my head was just like, and then,
Yeah.
like, I would just be like, okay, all these things are bad, and you have sin in your heart, but Jesus saved you, so it's all good. It's like, what? Let's do something,
Yeah.
Let's do something about it then.
Yeah.
Isn't that more important?
Yeah.
Can we do, like you ever hear that song by Bo Burnham that's like, man, what is it? From God's Perspective?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
pray so much for heaven, something about like, you pray so much for heaven, realizing this could be heaven on earth,
Yeah, right, for sure. And there's a line in that song about, I don't know if it's the same song, but who needs a million metaphors to not be a dick?
Yeah, to realize you shouldn't be a dick.
You shouldn't be a dick.
Yeah.
To realize you shouldn't be a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, I was describing a church service I'd been to the last year, and
Really?
yeah.
Mm.
And my takeaway was similar. I was like, like I get it, but like it was so like there's just the energy in the room that it was like negative,
Yeah.
and like people there just seemed like they were trotting in to like a job maybe of like, well, we're supposed to do this, and well, and we're hearing a similar thing, and I don't know. I thought church would be like a happier place, like like let's celebrate whatever.
Right. Let's
And,
celebrate God's love for us.
God's love for us, or like I don't know, maybe like more like celebrating the gifts of the people in the congregation.
Yeah.
And like how can we like really? Because I don't know. I also never got this. Like with church, it would be like, what do you do? What are we doing? Like,
Exactly.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna sell everything and go be Mother Teresa? And
Exactly.
feed the poor and get sandals, go to the Middle East, live exactly like Jesus. Like giving's fine, but I think there's something about like, hey, like what do you, individual, and nobody can tell you what that is, but what do you want to do? Like, what do you love to do? And like you can, I think that would be glorifying God. Is like, if I'm into fucking Monster Energy drinks, or like I'm into, I like roller coasters, or I like whatever it is.
Right.
Like enjoy, lean into like what you don't be like, oh no, that's childish, or that's
Right.
not relevant. I mean,
Right. No, I struggled with that a lot growing up. I was like, I would just hear the message, and it's just like, I was taking it so literal, like, okay, it seems like what I should do. Why am I learning about algebra? I should sell everything, go to Africa right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I always felt like I was like, even like, I remember like playing paintball, and I was like, what does this do to serve God, know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, okay, well, I'll do music, and then
Yeah.
I'll be like Switchfoot, and like, I'll help a bunch of people.
Yeah. Christian rock.
Yeah, I'll help a bunch of people, like, it'll get them through their day, and it'll
Yeah.
bring them positivity and bring them closer to God and
Yeah.
stuff. But even that, you're like, oh, is that enough? Like,
Yeah.
Because if the only thing that matters is just like people accept Jesus,
Yeah. Getting people on your team.
and they say that name, then they go to heaven. If that's as simple as the game is, you just need to go around and convince everyone of that. But that's what I'm saying. I think there's more to it.
Mm-hmm.
You're here. This is an experiment, the human experiment that you're part of. There's
Yeah.
things to be learned. It's not that simple. It's like you were saying with Jesus whipping and or dipping and dodging.
Yeah.
I mean, life is about the mystery.
Yeah.
You don't know exactly what it's about. That's what
Yeah.
why it's so trippy to be here. If
Yeah.
you could know, then it would be
Yeah.
just done.
And when you don't know,
Then
what are
you-
you going to do? What is your choice? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Do you need certainty?
If you knew what this was about, you could just be like, all right, wrap it up.
Yeah.
But you don't.
Yeah.
And there's so many things you can experience. I mean, there's so much. You could fall in love. You can start a family.
Yeah.
You can do a business. You can make a
Yeah.
movie. You can,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
you
That's what
know,
I'm talking about.
and
Yeah.
that's all of that is fine. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you probably not gonna. I mean, there's going to be suffering. That's something that always gets me. Is like there's going to be a lot of suffering.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot of suffering. I don't know. Like if I took all my money right now, then I would just barely like. What would I? Okay, I have like what, $2,000 maybe.
Okay.
once I pay this other credit card, okay, so I take that money. Now, basically, I don't have rent. So now I have no place to stay. Now I'm homeless. And what did I do with it? I went to some nonprofit and gave them my money. Like, what? Now I'm another person that's suffering and then needs to be taken care of. Like,
right. Yeah, so what do you do?
What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you just, I mean, you accept, like, okay, this is the game. The game is I have to pay for rent.
Yep.
I have to do this. And then you try to affect small change within your stream as you're going about, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm not in a position to solve homelessness.
Right.
You know, or...
Right.
But within the game, if I progress and I get to a place of more wealth, maybe then I can do things.
For sure.
But even then, still, it's like, it's not as simple as just give people money.
Yeah.
You actually have to be more thoughtful than that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because if you don't get that, then you get in this cycle of like, I have to do this to earn something, to earn my salvation. And then if you do that, then you're not at peace at all. Deep down, you're not. If that's how you're, you know? I feel like you can tell that. But...
David going through it right now. my man is like...
Well, I was just thinking.
Yeah, and then...
This is heavy, but
and then everything's good, and then I'm fine, and I just keep on the back.
Because that's what I did. That's what I did for fucking 30 years.
No, I know.
I kept feeling like, dude, if I get this... how are we doing on time?
It's 1:49.
Oh, shit. We're talking about 52 minutes? Yeah, these usually go long. Oh, God, I got a bad knee. I got to stretch. Yeah. Are we running late for the sketch?
We
Sketches?
probably, do what we can. And then...
We can wrap up in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Do like another 10.
It's probably good. Maybe we'll get out of the heavy stuff. And
Dude, we always go heavy.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a tendency of mine.
Is that tendency of mine too? It's okay.
It's probably our religious upbringing.
Yeah, probably is.
Probably.
But no, I really like the your perspective, because again, it kind of, I don't know, it helps round it out and brings it full circle of like, because you can get so far on the spiritual path of like, yeah, it's all about, loving yourself and art and creativity and just being at peace with your decisions and being like, fuck everything else. But I don't think you should do that either, probably.
No.
You
should definitely still think about other people. I mean, like, I think obviously you think art is good for people. Like it gives, you have Seinfeld and those shows, and those helped you. They gave your life like joy and meaning and context and like references that like helps you piece together the world as you're going about this modern thing. Oh, now I know this with dating. Other people have been here. I feel less alone. I mean, simple as it is, it's like, it's all about connection, and so,
For
I mean,
sure.
I do, sometimes I'll get cynical even about art where I'm like, what's the point? What does that really do? But it's like, what's the point of the other thing? Again, like, what's the point of just doing like the most like boots on the ground? Ideally, say you took a bunch of homeless people and then you gave them this life that we have.
Yeah.
Or, you cured schizophrenia, then they would be normal people on this planet and everything and all their needs are met. Okay, then what do they do?
Right.
They still need to
They
have a hobby,
still be
like
depressed.
sport,
Yeah.
exactly.
Still gotta do something.
So it's a little bit of both, man.
Yeah. For
It's
sure.
a little bit of both.
I think a part of it too is the times you live in.
Yeah.
Because like, dude,
Right,
we
it's
got
bigger than
nothing
us.
to worry about, dude. Like compared to like 100 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we have so much leisure time. People are so well off in the United States. I mean, there's still income disparity. People are way poorer and there's super rich people. But like, by and large, like people are, like if you compare it to like a third world country, America's pretty wealthy.
Yeah.
So like we got the luxury of all this free time. And people are still more depressed than ever.
Yeah.
So it's like you still got to figure it out. But anyway, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite? Let's change it.
Favorite movie? Oh man. Man, what is my favorite movie? That's there's so many.
I know.
I'm one of those people where it's like hard to pick. I could give you a couple.
Give me comedy.
Comedy?
Sure.
The Big Lebowski is speaking to me right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I just thought of that. Probably because I'm.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
They're nihilists, Donnie. There's nothing to worry about. They don't believe in anything.
That's what the nihilists. That's funny.
They're nihilists, Donnie. You have nothing to worry about. And then Donnie dies.
He died in the coffee can.
Like many men in his generation, he died. What did this have to, Walter? What did it have to do with Vietnam? I'm finishing my coffee.
Yeah, I'm calmer than you are.
Calmer than you are.
Yeah, calmer.
I'm finishing my coffee. I didn't serve this country, so I can.
I didn't watch my buddies die face down in the muck. Face down in the muck.
Am I wrong? No, Walter, you're not wrong. You're just an asshole.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
The Big Lebowski, comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Big Lebowski. What's like a obviously old school?
Mm.
Will Ferrell,
The gangbang.
Vince Vaughn, so good. Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
I'm thinking about movies that really like informed my sense of humor and like really Pineapple Express.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's one. I do not have that one memorized. Pineapple Express.
I've come to realize too, like questions like what movies you like and TV, like they're really helpful. Like I'm working this job, and like like when you're with people and you're like you can't like get too deep or whatever. I mean, thank God that there was like movies and shit like just to talk about, dude. Have you ever been with somebody like, man, we got nothing, but you're like, you ever seen Ozarks? That was pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah,
and that's like as deep as it gets.
Right.
Breaking Bad, that was crazy, dude.
Yeah, and then you can just get deep with them indirectly with symbolism. It's like,
Right.
I know what they like now, so like,
Right. So you
I
kind of
always do
figure
that.
them
I'm
out.
such
Yeah.
an ass. I like analyze people psychologically through their movie taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Right. Yeah. That's why I actually do like movies that are just fucking hilarious and have no message. Like
The other guys,
The other guy.
great,
Yeah.
simple,
Yeah.
easy.
When they jump off the top of the building.
Yeah.
like, you think what I'm thinking? Aim for the bushes. They just kill themselves. What the fuck? Yeah. What else happened in Other Guys? Oh, how Will Ferrell's wife is like fucking
So
smoking
hot. Yeah.
And he's like, you gotta be kidding me.
Dude, the fact that he used to be a pimp,
Yeah. Gator don't take no shit. Yeah.
you don't get it. There is a darkness inside of me. It wants to get out. It wants to go up to the people and say, hey, Gator don't play that. Gator ain't never been about no shit. It wants some walking around money. It wants to go up to the people.
This reminds me of your character.
Yeah.
Where you from? Minnesota? Minnesota? Where that be?
Minute what?
Be.
Minute what?
Oh, minute what? Minute what?
They're out here.
There I hit, dude.
They're out here.
Hold up. You just run away. Hold up a second.
I'm going to go see about something. Yeah. That's why I feel like,
That's
yo.
the best character. I'm sorry for mentioning it this late, but if you're still listening, click on Danny Fallon's Instagram and go to these clips where what's the name of the guy? Is he a guy? Does he have a name?
I guess he's kind of D-Bone.
D-Bone.
He kind of became D-Bone when he became the dick pill dealer. He sells dick pills in the park.
Yeah.
That's when he kind of like became a name.
Yeah.
But, it's just kind of a thing that I've always done, for a long time.
Yeah.
And as far as all this deep shit,
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like that character is like, I'm like, I got to go somewhere else. I got to be a different person.
Yeah.
To give me a break from that shit that's going on in my head. Just be like, shit. Like when I go into that character, I take a break from all that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
yeah.
man, what? It's simpler. To be that guy is simpler,
I know. Yeah.
He's simple. His objectives, his thought process is simple. He's trying to
Yeah.
get that money. He's
Yeah.
trying to get that pussy.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah.
How
How do you do that?
What do you mean?
How do you be a character? I can't.
You just
I don't know how.
I don't know.
I don't know how.
It's
I can quote other people's characters, but I can't. Yeah.
just like I don't know. Maybe it comes from like singing and loving like different artists throughout the years, like
You
musically. Yeah.
because you mentioned choir earlier.
I wasn't in choir, but just like, I wanted to be a musician. So it's like, oh, this guy sings like this. So like teaching yourself to sing like
someone
like
else.
Tom York, or then you're
Mimicking.
singing Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
So then you like do this with your voice. So you're like, yeah, you just like do the
You
same
develop
thing.
confidence and like I got a handle on doing this other thing.
Right. So you just do that with people.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this guy is like this.
And you just take bits and pieces from you build this guy.
Yeah, and you just go into that mindset.
Bit of what?
That motivation takes over.
And the music you add to those clips is so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
That was Sam Lichtenstein. He added
Sam Lichtenstein. Yeah. Well edited. Very good. Sam's great too.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking love that guy. Yeah, he's kind of a wigger, right?
Who?
D-Bone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to talk about this, but that was the funniest shit on Monday.
Where-
he told this story.
Yeah. Wigger Will.
Yeah, Wigger. Are we allowed to say Wigger?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna keep saying it on stage. Where have all the wiggers gone?
Yeah. And then the guy, I forgot the dude's name, but he said, why do people react more strongly to Wigger instead of, the gay stuff? And you said, I think Wiggers have been through more in this country.
Yeah. Yeah. That was great.
It was.
That was.
I didn't mean to.
No.
Yeah, bring it. Yeah.
No, I don't care.
Okay.
I'm not worried about it.
You're not worried about it?
Yeah, I think it's, I mean, all the things that I could think about why that would be worrisome, I'm not worried about it. Like one of the angles might be like, oh, you might be worried that you think, oh, I just stepped on your bit, and then people, whatever. I don't know if that's going to be a bit or not, or like.
Are you going to make that a bit, you think?
Maybe.
Okay.
But either way, I'm not
Just
worried
blow
about it.
it,
I'm not worried about it. Because people are like intrigued, and then
Yeah.
they go see me live, or that's in a special 2 years from now, or 3 years, or 5 years. It's still going to be funny,
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
and it'll be different.
Yeah, it'll be different. Did you record that?
Yeah,
You
audio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was one of the funniest moments. That was so funny. Yeah, you were on one on Monday. So funny. You're always funny, but
Thank you,
on
man.
Monday I was like, you different.
He,
You different, dude.
I like Stumble In. It really makes you,
Yeah.
makes me push.
Shout out Stumble In. That's John Mahoney's mic every Monday at 8 o'clock. Speaking of time, we gotta run, huh?
Probably soon, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna share Sam's number we're gonna do some sketches.
Sketch
David.
comedy.
Clyde Mack,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it'll be
I
great.
hope it's good. It's good.
How do you share?
How do you share a phone number?
Yeah, I got it.
Tight.
I never do this. I never like when people are on their phone on podcasts.
Yeah, me neither.
But now I understand why. Sometimes you just moving different out here.
Yeah.
Trying to do so
Moving
many
and
things.
shaking.
You're making
Fucking
moves.
Professionals.
Yeah, it's like every second that I'm, like I was explaining this to my friends. Like every second I have to go back and explain things to you, I'm losing money.
Right. Right.
If we moving forward,
You made yo fuck
we
you,
making
busy I
money.
am. Hans Briggs.
Shit, you know what it
Fuck
is?
you, Hans Briggs. Team America. All right. You seen it?
No,
No. Oh, she's the puppet movie with the South Park guys.
know.
Team America, World Police.
I know.
How's you breaking my balls? All right. Dougie Almeida. You know Dougie.
Yeah,
What's your impressions of Dougie Almeida?
Dougie's great.
Dougie.
Yeah,
Florida Dougie.
Dougie's great, man. Dougie took me on some of my first road shows ever.
He did?
Yeah,
Shit, yeah.
yeah.
That's nice of Dougie.
He took me. We did a show in Daytona Beach once. I
Yeah.
drove us all up there.
Yeah.
It was at like this. It kind of felt like a biker bar, like
Okay.
a VFW.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Dougie's different, dude.
He's different.
He is. He's cool.
Dougie don't give a fuck.
Dougie Almeida moved to Greenville. We're mutual friends. Yeah.
Me and Matt Ross and Dougie went to Fort Wayne Comedy Club. I think September, October 2021,
Yeah.
and like it was cool.
Yeah. Shit, yeah.
It was a fun. They got us a hotel.
Yeah.
So we got to really have that like road experience of
Hell
like
yeah.
we're at this comedy club
Yeah.
in a it's a comedy club. Sorry, Fort Wayne Comedy Club. I didn't mean to quote, but it was like in like a
shit.
big. It felt like a bowling alley,
Yeah.
which is fine. I mean, that's what comedy is.
Yeah,
I think Nick Mullen has that quote where it's like, comedy really is just. You have to realize that like, stand-up comedy is just. It's for people who just as easily could have gone bowling that night.
Yeah.
That's who you're performing for.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Most people go to a comedy show like, oh fuck.
All right.
Whatever. Else to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just there to have a good time.
Listen, this guy
And
said
then we
bad
have to be
words.
like, oh god, I hope this joke works.
The art. Oh, the art.
art.
Oh, callback.
Oh
Oh.
yeah. Dick shit.
I hate myself.
Word
Oh. Alliteration.
Oh fuck these people. I'm gonna think about this for weeks. Yeah. Yeah, it's not that bad. Not that serious. No, but Dougie's a shit. In Greenville, he would always. It was cool when Dougie came because he was like a club comic, and our Greenville scene was just like we didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Yeah.
It was like a bunch of COVID comics that had started like a couple years earlier, and just a ragtag group of misfits. And Dougie would help coach us up and be like, "You guys, this is horrible."
I'm gonna be honest. This is terrible.
Yeah, this is bad. But yeah, Dougie's like, "Why the fuck am I here?" No, I think Greenville is the shit. It's a great community to live in, and he's happy there. But yeah. Anyway, we gotta go do some sketches.
Yeah.
But before we sign off, you got anything you want to shout out? Your Instagram and shit will be linked below and stuff. But anything you wanna?
Sure. I would just say, please check out my YouTube, Danny Fallon. Haha. I got a full length comedy special on there called My Ex Drug Dealer.
That's right.
And a bunch of sketches. Been posting more sketches on there, and even some random sets from New York.
Yeah.
And Instagram, Danny Fallon. Haha. TikTok, wherever you want to find me, it's Danny Fallon. Haha. Facebook even.
Hell yeah, man.
And if you want to send me an email, DannyPinkFloyd@gmail.com.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah.
Dude, email Danny, dude.
Yeah, email me.
Send Danny an email.
Send me an email. Why not?
I've been thinking about that.
Yeah.
The show's dying, so I gotta find something to be like email the show.
Email the show.
Email, yeah.
Well, we really all should be working on an email list, but it's just overwhelming, all the things you have to work on.
Because you're supposed to stay connected with the people that like you.
Well, you're supposed to be able to, for some reason, I don't know why, that's how you get people to shows when you eventually start going. It's
and they feel like personal connection of oh yeah, I fuck with this. Yeah.
It just it's like, oh, he's going to be in my town. I got an email. Instead of he's in a place in Brooklyn,
Yeah, for sure.
on Instagram,
For sure.
no one,
It's national.
you need an invitation.
Jet setting.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good. And that's, Louis C.K.'s models, I always love getting Louis. I'm on his email list. So whenever he sends it, I want to open it because he doesn't spam, but he's like,
No.
every once in a while, he's like, oh, I got this thing I'm doing.
And he writes it out in a way that's really funny.
Yeah.
And
You
self-aware.
can tell it's his voice when he's emailing you. And
Yeah.
It's like, oh, shit, yeah, dude.
Yeah. He's aware, but he's still doing the thing he has to do, but letting you know he's aware of
Yeah.
it could be douchey or
Yeah.
but he doesn't. It's it's still entertaining. She's
Right.
hell yeah, Louis.
Yeah. His website's like that too. He's
Yeah.
got a little funny, email me.
Email me.
And I might.
He probably will never read it.
probably
I will never read it.
Yeah, I'll never read it. Yeah, exactly.
You can watch this forever for 5 years.
Yeah. Right. But who's watching after that anyway? Yeah. Well, cool, man. Yeah, email Danny. Thanks for doing the show, dude. It's
Of course,
blast.
man.
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
Thanks for listening, everybody. See you next time.
Peace.
Once that deal is done. Once that deal is done. Ain't got no more boats to run. Once that deal is done. Ain't got no boats to run. Once that deal is done.